Hello and welcome to this week's edition of NFL Predictions, Week 11. I'm joined by
Dylan, and make sure to comment your predictions down below, and let's get right into the video. This is my slide for the fourth week in a row. I think I'm under 500, especially bad this week, but everybody did bad this week, so I'm not feeling too bad about it.
It was a bit of a downer. We went 7-7, have at least 500. As long as we don't go underneath that, I'm not too incredibly concerned. There really was some crazy games this week, but let's get right into the predictions.
First, we got Thursday Night Football. The Packers straight off beating the Cowboys, which nobody expected. I took the Packers here at home, mostly not only because they beat the Cowboys last week, but also because they beat the Titans at home last year as well, and the Titans were still the better team. So Aaron Rodgers, maybe he'll run the table here, win every single remaining game. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I would choose the Packers as well, but Christian Watson did have an amazing game, but I'm still not confident enough in this Packers team in order to take them over the Titans. I think Titans are just a bit too dominated. I mean, they're 6-3, while the Packers sit at 4-6. They might be improving the Packers, but they haven't made any big trades or big signings at all in way of going to improve themselves as a team, whereas the Titans haven't really needed that much, but they've still been succeeding with what they have. So I have the Packers win this game.
And I just got rid of Aaron Rodgers in fantasy too. So thanks for that, Greg. Yeah, you told me to get rid of him.
Yeah.
But we got the Falcons and Bears. It was my fault too that I lost. I started Cordell Patterson.
And Kyle Pitts.
Well, I didn't have a choice. Darren Waller's on IR, so.
Yeah.
But they're facing the Bears this week.
Bears. Yeah.
And the Bears keep scoring 30 points, and Justin Fields looks like he's the top 5 quarterback in the league, but they just can't win a game. Lose by 1 point against the Lions. So there's no reason for me not to pick the Falcons here. So that is why I picked the Falcons. Also a revenge game for Cordell Patterson.
Yeah. I mean, personally, you're looking at two not very good teams. You're looking at the Falcons, you're looking at the Bears. I think the only reason why the Bears may win this game is because of Justin Fields. Cole Kmet, that connection's amazing. Justin Fields uses his legs any more, then they'll have a higher chance of winning. Will they win a lot of their other games? Who knows? But I think their chances are a lot higher when Justin Fields performs to the level which he has. Obviously, not exactly the best passing quarterback, but there's stuff to work on. I just see Justin Fields going crazy all over this field. I have them winning this game against the Falcons.
All right. We got the Eagles and the Colts. I pick Washington, so I had to say that. But I think the Eagles are going to get back. I think they needed that loss to kind of cool down, settle down. So, should beat Jeff Saturday and the Colts. Although Colts won last week and the Eagles didn't. But we'll see how the Eagles recover after that loss.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Eagles are still a good team. I think that's still going to show during this game, and especially after losing in prime time against the Commanders on Monday. I think that
Dylan, is one of your dad's prescriptions still in the car?
Loss, and now they really have nothing to lose. So I think they're going to go all out. I think they're going to be even more determined than ever. I think they're going to smash the Indianapolis Colts in this game.
We had a cameo appearance there, unfortunately. So, you know what? But you got it out there taking the Eagles, all right. Next game, I got the Patriots defense. Bill Belichick beat Zach Wilson for the second time this season. I think the Jets are a better team, but I think the Patriots have their number, and that is why I'm taking the Patriots.
You know, I know they have their number, but that's why I'm taking the Jets. You say yourself, the Jets are a better team, and I think that's what's going to lead them to finally overcoming the Patriots. I think they're going to play hard. Johnny's going to get his ice cream, and they're going to win this game against the Patriots. I have the Jets winning.
All right. Next, we got Washington and the Texans. What a game this is. Yeah, Washington's going to win. I think they have a chance to make the playoffs. They're 5-5. Unfortunately, their division is the second best in the league, but they should beat the Houston Texans here in somewhat dominating fashion.
Yeah, I mean, after that showing against the Eagles, I think it really tells you that this is more put together team than we originally thought. They can pull off wins, especially against a 1-7 Texans team. Not exactly doing the best right now. They're having somewhat of a wide receiver crisis. Brandon Cooks may not be wide receiver one, but the question is, can they win with any receivers? Considering they're a 1-7 and 1 right now, that doesn't seem to be the case. And I think the fact that the Commanders were able to pull off that win and be able to play gritty, and the fact that they're 5-5, even though they are fourth in the East, I think puts a lot to their name. And I think Ron Rivera's going to put together an excellent game. And although Heineke may not be the best quarterback, I think they're gonna play a good game against Texans. I think they're gonna win.
He's better than Wentz.
Yeah, to be honest, I think Heineke should start. His stat line was not exactly the best. No touchdowns, 1 interception. But when you're going against the Eagles, what can you really expect?
Yeah.
But
so this will be an interesting game. The Rams without Cooper Kupp and maybe Matthew Stafford, and then the Saints that I think we've both picked for the third week in a row, and they've lost every time. So two teams that we can't believe in. Who are we going to take? Going to take the Saints again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hopefully, that's all I could say. I don't know what's going to happen in this game, but I believe that if they just give Kamara the ball, I think they'll win. So hopefully they do that.
Yeah. There's a lot to unpack. This is pretty much injury game. You still have your stars in that of Aaron Donald and then Alvin Kamara on the other side of the ball. I think they're going to be really what shines in this game. Not really too much else. I mean, Matthew Stafford being out, Cooper Kupp being out, Kupp not posing exactly a threat at all since he's not on the field is going to change this game quite a bit. I mean, he is the difference maker. He is the game changer. I think that's really the main reason why it gives Saints an advantage at all. I think Kamara's going to be too dominant if they give the ball to Kamara. Now, if they keep Dalton starting, which it looks like they will be, I'm a bit more worried about how many picks Jalen Ramsey's going to have. Dennis Allen came out and said that Jameis is not 100%, and that's why Dalton has been starting. Michael Thomas's career is basically over. I don't see a recovery at all. He's out again for the entire year. He's barely played in the last 3 years. He had that great season. It's over. Jarvis Landry came back, didn't perform too well. I think the only upside to this team right now is Kamara and Chris Olave, although Chris Olave needs some more NFL experience. I think that's really the only upside of the Saints right now. And I think that might be just enough to push them over the edge and win this game.
Yeah, the only way the Rams could win this is with their defense. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But we got the Browns and the Bills next. Oh, you took the Browns. He took the survivor of Ohio.
I took the Browns.
Oh, no. Oh, if the Bills lose 3 straight, then it's gonna be a travesty in Buffalo. They're third in the East right now. Dolphins are in first. So I'm happy about that. But Yeah, I'm taking the Bills because I don't think they'll lose 3 in a row. I think that they should have beat the Vikings, but Patrick Peterson had a masterclass of a day with 2 picks in the end zone. And one of them, well, one ended, but the most important one was actually in the fourth quarter because the Bills got a touchdown there or even a field goal. They could have iced that game. So I'm taking the Bills. I trust them. So let's hope they don't lose to Ohio.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game are going to be a bit one-sided. I think a lot of people have the Bills winning this. This is going to be somewhat of my hot take of the week. I believe that Nick Chubb rules his backfield. I've said it every week again, and I think he's going to do enough, along with the rest of this offense. On the other side of the ball, as well as defense against the Bills, Josh Allen is more than a bit shaken up by now, and I think that game back in their groove is going to be a little bit harder, especially when they have to deal with someone running the ball as effectively as Chubb has been. Uh, I think it's going to be close. Do I have the Browns winning it? Yes. Could the Bills also win it? Yes. But in the end, which team do I think may come out on top more? I think the Browns will.
If it snows like it's supposed to, I think the Browns just run the ball and they win. So that's the only way they'll win. So you have a point there. Panthers, Ravens. I think this could be a lot more interesting than people think. The Panthers are an underrated team, I think, especially what they did to the Falcons on Thursday night. They could still win that division if the Buccaneers have a couple slip-ups. But the Ravens are the Ravens. They're not choking anymore, so that's good to see. That's why I have them winning this game.
Yeah. Ravens are just extremely good. They're 6-3. Panthers have struggled all throughout their season. Some even saying that this is their tank season. They don't really care anymore. They're not really putting in much effort. They traded away some key players, and it doesn't seem like they're having much of an effort in winning ball games, other than that Falcons game that you referenced. I just think Baltimore's too good. I think Baltimore's gonna put everything out there. I think it's just gonna overwhelm the Panthers. I don't think they stand a chance. Although I think they might score once or twice, maybe a field goal or two. I think the Ravens are gonna blow them out of the water. So I have the Ravens winning.
Yep. We got the Giants and the Lions next. A couple people taking the Lions. I originally took the Lions, but then my better judgment kicked in, and I realized that they're the Lions. And don't underestimate the Giants. So I did not underestimate the Giants this week, and I have them winning at home.
Yeah, I mean, the Lions are great. The Lions, everyone loves the Lions, but the Lions just aren't too reliable. I mean, taking them over someone especially as good as the Giants, I can't believe I'm saying that. The Giants are doing pretty dang good right now. They're second in the East, and their team is just pretty dang good. Brian Daboll's done a good job, obviously with a record like 7-2 and having Daniel Jones being your quarterback, you gotta be doing something special. So I think they're gonna find a way, like they always do, to win another ball game. I think the Lions are gonna put up a fight. Do I think it's enough for them to win? No. And I think the Giants are just gonna come out on top, just like they have been. So I have the Giants winning.
Yeah. Well, another bad game next. The Raiders and the Broncos. The Broncos win because of altitude, and the Raiders, the Raiders raidering pretty much. No other way to put it. I don't know. I didn't know a head coach could be this bad with a team with Devontae Adams, Derek Carr, and all the weapons they have. The head coach just goes in and ruins everything. But it's the Raider way, so yep. Broncos are gonna ride this week.
Yeah. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than people expect. I think this is just another trash bowl. Every time I've thought any optimistic thoughts about the Raiders. They've disappointed me time and time again. Although I can't say the same for the Broncos. They've slightly been less disappointing. Both these teams have major head coach issues, especially with the roster that each of these teams have. They should be winning more games than they are right now. Broncos sitting at 3-6 and Raiders at 2-7. They should be at least 500. And I do know that they're in a pretty dang good division, but they should be winning more. And I think playing in Denver is going to be a huge advantage for the Broncos. I really have nothing left for the Raiders. Every time I've said that they might win, or had any faith or optimism in them, they've let me down time and time again. So I'm not sure how they're going to put together this game at all, and I just have them losing another week.
Yep.
So.
Well, Bengals Steelers next. Steelers looking okay. They beat the Saints by 10. The Saints the Saints had a lot of opportunities to win that game too. I wasn't watching it, but I was looking at the scoreboard on the bottom, and the Saints kept getting the ball back. Like, what are you doing? But they lost. Bengals coming off a bye. The Bengals are like the Falcons, where they win a game then lose a game. Hopefully, for their sake, the bye week was a loss so they could win. That's what I'm thinking here. Minka Fitzpatrick is out, and that's why I have the Bengals winning.
Yeah, I mean, the uniform matchup is a little bit more exciting than I think the actual game. I think the yellow on black for the Steelers and the white uniforms for the Bengals is going to be great. I do think that these teams both have major problems. Bengals, and of course, being on offensive line and Jamar Chase, and the Steelers in just not having good quarterback quality. Minka Fitzpatrick is out, I believe, still on that appendicitis train. Hopefully he gets better. But I don't think it's going to be too great. I think TJ Watt's going to sack Burrow just about 3 times. And this is going to be a more defensive game than anything else. But I have this low scoring, but the Bengals still coming out on top.
Yeah. Oh, game of the week, Cowboys-Vikings. Can the Vikings do it again? I say no. Cowboys pull it off. Yeah.
Your hot take.
I guess you call it a hot
lukewarm.
Take. The lukewarm take. Yeah, because the Cowboys should have won that game against the Packers, and they didn't. CeeDee Lamb had a big day, which is making me think I won the trade with Jamie again. Just saying. People underestimated me again. But I got the Cowboys winning this game. The Vikings are due for a loss, so that's another reason why. They're not away either, so Kurt can't be wearing the chains this week, unfortunately. So that's why I got the Cowboys winning this.
Yeah. These two pretty great teams. I can't trust the Cowboys after losing to the Packers last week. And the Vikings just came off that huge win against the Bills. The Vikings are doing great right now. They're first in the North. I think Justin Jefferson's lethal. And I don't think that anyone's going to stop him on the Cowboys. I don't really see any playmakers that are going to slow him down at all. I think this offense with TJ Hawkinson is just a great addition. And they're just too lethal for a team like the Cowboys to stop. The Cowboys are a great team. The defense is great. But it's a little wobbly right now, and that's why I don't completely trust the Cowboys and have the great defensive win of the Vikings and a great win all around. I just have Vikings coming out on top winning this game.
Yeah. Chiefs-Chargers next. This is Sunday night. I took the Chargers again. Curse wheel landed on the Chiefs again. So that's another reason. But just like I said for the Vikings are due for a loss. Same are the Chiefs. Chargers getting Mike Williams back is going to be big. So Yeah, I got the Chargers winning that mostly because they're coming back from injury. Chiefs are due for a loss. That's all my reasoning. So
Yeah. Is it going to be a good game? I think so. I think it's going to be a great game. Do I think that Chargers are good enough to win against the Chiefs? No. I think Justin Herbert's good, but I don't think Mike Williams is going to make a difference. But outside of that, not really much going on other than Eckler. I think Herbert's good, but considering Eckler was dropping passes as well, I don't know if he's going to have enough connections and enough firepower to win this game over the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are just too consistent. I think they have too many good players, great staff, great play calling, and really nothing too bad. I think they're going to come in and they're going to beat the Bolts up. I have this very lopsided game going in the Chiefs' favor, and I have the Chiefs winning against Chargers.
all right, Monday Night Football, 49ers Cardinals. I almost picked against the 49ers again. I'm sorry to say. It just kind of feels like a trap game. But then I thought about it more. And I was like, but the 49ers haven't been looking that good, so it can't really be a trap game. So that's why. Oh, another reason why is because I was looking at this game, I was thinking, in Arizona, it's going to be tough because the 49ers don't usually win in Arizona. But then it's in Mexico. I was like, okay, I'm taking the 49ers. So, yeah, that's why I got my boys this week. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, not much you can say, really. It's pretty apparent how well these teams are doing. I think the roster of the 49ers is just nothing in comparison at all to the lowly roster of the Cardinals. I mean, you have DeAndre Hopkins, pretty much it. Zach Ertz is out for the year, unfortunately, so you have no tight end quarterback really relationship there. Not really too many weapons. If Hopkins wasn't in this game at all, I'd see the 49ers pummeling them. The fact that Hopkins is in, I think, gives Cardinals a slight chance. Too much? No. So I have the 49ers coming out victorious on this Monday night.
But wait, there's more. We're not ending it with Monday Night Football this week. We're ending it with the World Cup. England, it's coming home. Can you believe it? My World Cup prediction, England finally pulls it off. David and Diego will be happy about that, I'm sure. So, let's go to the outro. For watching this week's predictions, next week we'll be back with Week 12, another entertaining week. See how we did last week. Comment your predictions down below. Do all that. Share the video. Get it to at least 60 views. Like the video. And this is me from 2009. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.